Hello and welcome back to the channel. Carbon here with another video on the Viper, this time going over real quick a few little tidbits of information when it comes to comms that some may find useful, especially when using SRS, and this only really applies to using SRS. The first topic I will go over has to do with guard frequency in the Viper. Guard is generally, as I understand it, an emergency channel of sorts, and DCS has, like in the real jet, programmed in 243.0 as a guard frequency. We can monitor guard or listen in while having a COM 1 and 2 frequency independent than guard. We can do this by selecting COM 1 on the ICP and then dobbering right to set the radio to both from main. With both selected, you will now hear transmissions on your selected COM 1 frequency and guard. Pretty easy. Now I assume the golden question is, how do we transmit on guard? We could always, of course, plug in 243.0 into COM 1 as a frequency, or assign it as a preset and use just like any other frequency. There is, however, an easier way. All you have to do is go down to your COM 1 mode knob and select Golf Delta position, which is for guard. Now transmit like you normally would over UHF COM 1, and you will instead be transmitting over guard. Notice how on the standby radio the frequency has changed to 243.0, and also on the DED 243.0 has replaced your COM 1 frequency. And just below it, it shows guard. To get back to your normal frequency, go ahead and position that COM 1 mode knob to squelch. With this being selected, select your preset and frequency again, and you can go about transmitting and receiving as normal. Our next topic is the use of the KY58 secure voice for encrypted comms. Again, this is not really applicable to single player missions or multiplayer with no SRS. I mean, it won't hurt anything, but it's mainly for SRS. Now to enable encrypted comms, we go over to our cipher switch, which is currently in plain or no encryption. There are two positions for 1 and 2, and thus correspond to COM 1 or COM 2. In this example, we will encrypt our intra-flight frequency, which is assigned in our COM 2. We will select position 2 and then come back to the KY58 panel. From here on our KY58 panel, we will select Mode Charlie and then select channel 1 through 6. For simplicity, we will choose 1 on our fill knob. Finally, we come down to our power knob and select on. We are now encrypted, which you can tell by the beep tone when you key up COM 2 to transmit. Also, you can check SRS and notice that there will be an E echo at the end of your frequency denoting encrypted, followed by a channel 1 through 6. If you need to switch over to another frequency that is unsecure on COM 2, simply turn the power knob back to off and then you would transmit as normal. Be advised that when using encrypted comms, however, your COM volume is no longer tied to your normal COM volume knobs, and instead you have two options. Option 1 being the volume knob on the KY58 panel, or option 2 is by going to your primary COM panel and adjusting the secure voice volume knob. Either of these will adjust your volume. Do note that whichever knob is lower in volume will have the priority. Finally, and this is kind of a bonus for if you have LOTATC controllers, is for the ability to manipulate your mode 1, 3, and 4 for the LOTATC guys. So from what I understand, LOTATC controllers can see your mode 1, 3, and 4, and it helps with sorting you out as an individual within a flight or operation, as they can tell us, as an example, set mode 3 to 7700 or mode 1 to 68. How we go about doing this is we come over to our IFF panel over here, and you will see our enable switch of mode 1 and 3. By default, it is on mode 3, Michael Sierra. If we want to display our mode 1 and mode 3 for whatever reason the LOTATC guys want, we position to mode 1, mode 3. From here we can set mode 1, which is the left 2 digits, and mode 3, which is all 4 digits. Generally, we won't use mode 1, so we will keep the enable switch where it was. Put simply, mode 3 transponder is for our squawk codes. ATC guys will give us a code to squawk, and we insert it here. Or if we have, let's say, an emergency, we can change to 7700. We can do that ourselves, and ATC will see this without deep diving too much. To wrap up, mode 4 is our IFF, essentially for aircraft radars, etc. Again, without deep diving too much. And we can select either Alpha or Bravo with a mode 4 reply switch, returning to other aircraft our disposition, friend or foe. With that, I'd like to take this time to thank each and every one of you for taking time to check out this video, and I do hope that you do get a little bit of something out of this that can further increase your immersion within the sim. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, dislike, thumbs down, and remember to subscribe to be alerted to future videos. Have a great day and fly safe, guys.